नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. Now in the third chapter, we are studying about Yajna. In fact, in the fourth chapter, Krishna is going to explain to us about the different types of yajnas. But in the third chapter, Krishna is teaching us that performing yajna is very important, and yajna itself is produced from karma. So that scientific knowledge we are getting very clearly. Yajna is produced from karma. So that means all our actions, karma means action. So all our actions should be yajna. Then we are not bound by the reactions. Anything, if we are eating, that should be on yajna. So if we are, that's what we are going to study today also. Krishna is going to tell us very clearly about that. Any action we do, that should be done as an offering unto Krishna. Everything is coming from Krishna and everything belongs to Krishna, including our body, which is made up of matter. Matter is made up of solids, liquids and gases. And when we dive too much deeper into that, it's made up of elements, what we find it in periodic table. So that's what our body is also made up of. So our body is made up of matter. It is a machine. That's what we have been studying for the last few days. And now what we are doing with our body, that's what is very important. What actions we do. And actions are produced from mind only. Whatever we do, it is starting point is the mind. When mind thinks about something, then we develop attachment on that, and then we decide to act, to achieve that sense object. When mind thinks about a sense object, then we want to get that sense object, then we will be acting to get that sense object. So at that point of time, what we are doing is only desiring, only our mind is thinking about the sense object. And our mind is, actually we are not thinking about the sense object. We need to understand. Our mind is thinking about the sense object. We think that we are doing it, we are thinking it like that. When our senses, when our knowledge acquiring senses, they interact with the sense objects, our mind thinks about that sense object. And what we are doing, we are letting our mind to think about the sense objects. That is the problem. That's where we come into picture. The Atma, the soul, comes into picture because we are letting our mind to think about the sense objects. So when we just let our mind to focus here and there to think about the sense objects, then our mind is not in our control, then we are going to suffer. The Atma, the soul, is going to suffer. Because it invites problems. Mind invites problems. We are not able to be ourselves safe. When the mind goes after the sense objects, then it gets entangled. Then we are going to lose our intelligence. So then we don't have our intelligence. Then our mind is not in our control. Then we are actually going to suffer. The soul, the Atma, is going to struggle and suffer in this material world. So that's why what we are supposed to do in our life all the time, to keep the mind under our control. We should not let our mind to think about the material sense objects. Practically, how that is going to be possible? That's where we need to train our mind. That's where the training comes into picture. We need to practice, train our mind to think about Krishna. It's all scientific. Everything, whatever we are studying right now, all these things are purely a science. So we should think about Krishna, and Krishna has already explained. Krishna has explained very clearly how to think about him, how to prepare our place, how to sit straight, how to not look at any other directions and fix our mind on Krishna, focus our mind on Krishna, don't think about anything else. That Krishna is already has given, like in the 6th chapter, 32 slokas in the Dhyana Yoga, Krishna has already explained very clearly about how to fix our mind on Krishna. Are we able to do that practice in our life? It's a very important question. If we are not doing that practice, that means we are not training our mind. That means our mind is just wandering here and there. That brings all kinds of problems to us. So that's practice. It is like an exercise to the body. So we have to walk, we have to run, walk, do yoga, exercise, and eat healthy prasadam offered to Krishna, food in the mode of goodness. Don't eat too much, don't eat too little. So all these things we have to do. So that's what all these things we can do only if our mind is in our control. If our mind is not in our control, then we can't do all these things. like controlling our diet, what we are eating, when we are eating, how much we are eating, and sleeping, controlling our sleep. Because Krishna said very clearly, if you don't control these two things, then we cannot control our mind. So, practicing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focusing our mind on Krishna, we should first do this. If we sleep only few hours, 3-4 hours, and then say that I'm going to chant for 2 hours, that is not practical. That's not going to help, because we will feel sleepy only. Our brain needs to be working very actively. Our brain can rejuvenate itself only when we sleep. Only at the time of sleep, we are letting our brain to prepare itself for the next day activity. So, it's very important that we should sleep well. Then only our system will work, our body will work. If you don't sleep enough, then our body will get into trouble. Our health will be affected. Similarly, eating also. How much we need to eat. And all these things should be prepared, first of all, for Krishna only, as an offering unto Krishna. Prasadam. So in our day-to-day life, there is a great opportunity for us to serve Krishna every meal. Prepare nicely for Krishna, offer to Krishna, and then honor it. That is an yajna. That's what we are studying about yajna. So everything should be performed as yajna, means everything should be offered to Krishna. The food we eat should be offered to Krishna. So what we are doing, the results, everything should be for Krishna. So always we should know, we should remember that everything belongs to Krishna. And we should do everything for Krishna. We should dedicate our life unto Krishna. Again, so many times I have mentioned, by doing this, we are not going to lose anything. We are going to gain a lot. Even materially speaking, Krishna will give you a great, nice house for his devotees, nice family. Everything Krishna will take. But our mind should be only always on Krishna, not on anything else. That's how the sages lived in the past. So many of them, as Krishna says very clearly, that Puta Madbhavam Agataha. Puta, purified. How they got purified? Vitaraga Bayakrodaga Manmayama Upashitaga Bhagavo Jnanat Tapasa Puta. With the knowledge and austerity, they got purified. Jnanat Tapasa. And Krishna is the enjoyer of our austerities. Tapas. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasa. So Krishna is the enjoyer of our austerities. So that's why Yat Karosi Yat Dasnasi Yat Jugoshi Tadasit Yat Tapasyasi Kauntaya Tat Kurusva Madarpanam. Whatever austerity you perform, do that as an offering unto me. So if we are fasting, it's an austerity. But that we have to do as an offering unto Krishna. That means we have to fast for Krishna only, not for anything else. That is called austerity. So whatever austerities you perform, do that as an offering unto me. So what we are studying now in the third chapter. This sloka number 12. Ishtan bhogan hi vo deva dashyante yajna bhavitah tairdattan apratayibhyo yo bhunte stena eva sakha. So being satisfied with our yajnas, the demigods will bestow, will give what we need. And then we need to give it back to them. If we don't do that, then we are called as thieves. That's what Krishna is saying. In charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you, but he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. Then in the next sloka, sloka number 13, Yajnasistasinaga shanto muchyante sarva kilbishai bunjate te tu agam papa yo pachanti atma karanat. So when we offer to Krishna first and then honor it, take it, prasadam, then we are freed from all sins. So that way every time, whatever we eat, that's why yat karosi, yat dasnasi tat kurusva madarpanam. So whatever you eat, you offer it to me. So that's what Krishna says. And then you eat. So the devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. That's what Krishna says. So, we have to offer everything to Krishna, otherwise we are simply eating only sins. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying, Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajnaka karma samudbhavaha. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Living entities survive by eating, by food, eating food. Parjanyat anna sambhavaga. Food is produced from rain. Yajnat bhavati parjanyo. So when we perform all our activities as an offering unto Krishna, then rain comes. That's all. Yajnat bhavati parjanyo. Yajnaga karma samudbhavaga. So that yajna is performed by our activities, actions, karma. So Krishna is teaching this very, very clearly. All living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we successfully finished 14th slokam in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Maybe I will try to set up another session where we can discuss, maybe where I can talk to devotees. Let me see if possible by tomorrow morning time, India time. So then we will discuss